Hey KK lovers, you're all welcome. Today we are going to be learning how to draw a simple armhole bustier top. If you're a beginner, come closer. This one is for you. So we are going to begin by drawing our horizontal measurements. That's our shoulder line, our bust line, under bust line, and waist line. So I've already drawn all these measurements. So the measurements we are going to need are the shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waist. We also need the shoulder measurement, the bust round measurements, under bust round, waist round. We also need our bust span, that is the nipple to nipple measurement. So I'm going to begin by putting in my shoulder measurements divided by 2. I'll go a bit downward and measure again so we can get a straight line. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the armhole line. For the shoulder slant, I'm using 1 inch. And to get your perfect armhole measurement, you use your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5. And we are measuring from the shoulder slant. So that is what it gives us. I'm going to draw the armhole line. For the basic neckline, we are using 3 inches for the neck width and 3 inches for the neck depth. And we use our curve rule to draw a smooth curve. So the next thing is to draw the shoulder line or the shoulder slope. So I'm putting down my bust span measurement, which is 8 inches, and when I divide it by 2, I have 4 inches. So on the center front line, I'm going in by 4 inches. And I'll connect it with a straight ruler. To draw my armhole curve, I'm going to look for the center of the armhole line, and I'll mark the point, and on that point I'll go in by 1 inch. I'm also going to input my bust round measurement divided by 4. So I'll place my tape and I've marked the point, and I'm going to join these 3 points using my curve ruler. The essence of this armhole curve is to avoid bulging at the armhole area. So on this armhole curve, I'm going to measure it all round. I'll measure it right to the end, and any figure I have, I'll divide it by 2. So I'll place half of that measurement on my armhole curve, and that is where I'll have my armhole princess line. So I'm going to use my armhole curve to join these 2 points. So on this line, I'll either decide to go up or down by 1 inch or 3/4 inch or half an inch, depending on the bust size, depending on the breast size as well. So for this case, I'm going up by 1 inch, and I'll also go down by 1 inch. And on the bust point, I'll go up by half an inch and also down by half an inch. This is to prevent the bust area from being too pointy. So I'm going to link these 2 points with a curve ruler. I'm also going to link these 2 points with my curve ruler. So we have our center front and side front, but you can see by the time we are going to join these 2 points, they will not meet, so we have to extend the side front upward. So I'm going to continue that line, and I'll measure my dart intake, which is 2 inches, and I'll also extend the side front upward by 2 inches, and I'll create a new armhole line. So for the underbust dart, we are going to take out 2 inches at the underbust, but we are not going to share it equally on both sides. On the center front side, I'm going to take half an inch, and I'll draw a straight line from the underbust to the waist. And on the side front, I'm going to take out 1.5 inches, both on the underbust and on the waistline. And I'm going to link it with a straight line. So from the bust point to the underbust, we are going to link it with a curve ruler, like so. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And on the nipple point, we are going to through it or make it smooth, a smooth curve. So on the side front, you can already see the shape of the breast it's already visible. So we are going to go ahead now and put in our bust round measurements, under bust and waist round measurements. So we are putting in the bust measurement divided by 4, the under bust measurement as well divided by 4. We place the mark there and we are going to replace the dart of 2 inches. The same thing for the waistline. We are going to put in our waist measurement divided by 4, and we'll also go ahead and replace the dart. I'm going to go ahead and connect the point. So we have our front part. For the neckline, we have just used our basic neck here of 3 by 3 inches. You can now go ahead and trace out any neckline you desire. So we have the center front and the side front. I'm also putting in my arrows to indicate the upper part or the direction of the shoulder. So we are going to go ahead and draw the back part of this pattern. So I'm going to start by drawing the center back line. I'm putting in my shoulder measurement divided by 2. I'll also move down and place the same measurements, and I'll connect them with a straight ruler. The shoulder slope is 1 inch, and the armhole measurement, I'm using 8 inches here, same as for the front part. Midway the armhole line, I'll go in by 3/4 inch. I'll also place in the bust round measurement divided by 4, and I'm going to link these 3 points. If you are just joining us, please like this video, give me a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend this video for others to watch. Please like this video. So the next thing we are doing now is to input our back neckline. We are using the same 3 inches we used for the front part, and for the back neckline depth, you can choose any depth of your choice. I'm using 2 inches. So that is our back neckline. I'm going to put in the bust span measurement divided by 2, which is 4 inches. But before I put in my darts, I'm going to measure the length of the back part. As you can see, the back part is shorter than the front part. The back half length is shorter than the front half length by 1.5 inches. I'm going to input my back dart. I'm taking 7 inches from the waist, and I'll take ½ inch on each side of the dart line. I'm going to connect it with straight lines. At the waistline, I'm going in by ½ inch, and I'll link it up to the center back line with a slight slope. This is to prevent any bulging at the zip area. This solves the zip bulge problem. So from this new line, I'm taking 1 inch outwards for my zipper allowance, and I'll link it up with a straight ruler. So this is my zipper allowance. So from this new line, I'm taking my bust round divided by 4. I'll mark it down, and then I'll replace my dart of ½ inch. Same thing for the waist. I'm beginning my measurement from the new line, and then I'll also replace the dart. And I'm going to join the points with a straight ruler. So this is basically our front and back blocks for a simple armhole bustier. So to reconcile this difference between the front and the back half lengths, we are going to place in a bust dart of 1.5 inches. So from the bust line, I go down by 1.5 and I link it back to the bust point. So this dart will help us to link the front and back without any excess. So by the time we close this dart, the front and back will have the same length at the side. So we have our front part and the back part. As I said earlier, you can choose any neckline of your choice. Let me flip it over for a better view. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, give this video a thumbs up, and stay tuned for other interesting tutorials coming soon. Thank you and bye-bye.